Okay, in this video we're going to create a BOM list from the blocks on our drawing. So BOM is a bill of materials, and we're going to need to use or create blocks to then be able to extract that information into a bill of materials. So key things is we need to have blocks for the parts that we want in our list, and the next very important thing is that each one of our blocks has to have a common attribute. So we're going to create the block and then we're going to add an attribute to that block. And each block, like I said, has to have the same attribute added to it so that we can then call them up in our BOM list. So this drawing is not mine, it's a previous student. We have a range of sort of downlights, we've got sockets. This isn't the whole drawing. So what I'm going to do is the socket and these downlights already have attributes. So let's add attributes to a couple of the other blocks. So let's go here for our gang switch. So if we select the block first and then go to edit the block, that helps to tell us what the name of it is. So there we are, it's lights for gang. Open that. Insert an attribute, so we need to add an attribute to this block. The tag name is very important. The tag name needs to be the same for all of these blocks. So no matter what you choose it to be, it needs to be the same for every block. So I'm choosing part number. The prompt, is part number. The default, I've just been using D0, so I think I'm up to 3, so I'm going to make this one 5. This is where you would actually put the part number for the actual part from the supplier. If you don't know that when you're creating your block, that's fine. You can update it later. So its justification and where it is doesn't matter too much. The key thing here is part number and invisible. It has to be invisible because we don't want to see it on the drawing. So then because it is invisible, we can just place it somewhere within our block. Close that, save the changes, yes. So let's now choose the light. Edit. Lights to gang. Insert an attribute. So like I said, it has to be part number. Let's make this one number 6. Still needs to be invisible. Place that somewhere. And let's do one more. We've got these, I've already done this one, so we'll just do this light here. Edit. So that's our pendant light. Attribute. Part number. I don't know where we're up to. Let's make it 7. That's fine. Still invisible. Cool. Save that. Okay. Now, these attributes, these blocks are all already on the drawing. I've updated it or edited it with that part number, but if I select it now and call up the properties, the part number is not yet displaying. Let's try it again with this one. Okay. So to update all of the attributes in all of our blocks, we want to do an ATT sync. Stands for attribute sync. Select, so I'll select this one. Yes. Spacebar to call up the same tool again. Select this, this one, yes. And once more, this one. Okay, so now if I select this block, our part number is listed. Same with this one. Okay, so now they've been updated, and if we go and double check, if we find one of those pendant lights somewhere else, so all of those blocks have now been updated to include our part number. So that's, the blocks are now set. Now we can use them. So we now need to create, we need to extract that data. So on our annotate toolbar, we have under tables, we've got extract data, or we could type in data, data extraction. I did that a little bit too quick. Let me do that again. Data extraction, there it is. Okay, we want to create a new data extraction. Okay, so we're using, we're creating a brand new file. Where are we going to put it? I've already browsed to the correct folder. Let me just double check. OneDrive, yes. Give it a name. It's my BOM. Okay. So we can include the current drawing, or we could select an area. So just to make it neat and tidy, let's just select the area that we're working with. And then what do we want? We don't want all object types. We only want blocks, so we'll unselect that. And display blocks with attributes only. So other blocks that I haven't done yet will not be shown at the moment. Oops. Even that one there is okay. We can leave that on or off. Doesn't matter whether they're in use or not. Actually, probably in use is a good idea, isn't it? So we only want to show the ones that are in use. So if this is a library file that you use all the time with lots of blocks in it, you don't want to show blocks that aren't in use in that current area. So we actually do want to leave that on, but we only want the blocks with our attributes. At this point, we could sort of change display names. Not too worried at the moment. This one is our socket, so actually I might just change that one because it's got a weird name at the moment. So I'm going to change that. There's a socket. The others are all okay at the moment. Next. And again, what are the categories? The only thing we actually want to show is the attribute, so we'll get rid of everything else. Oh, something. I'm just, it should only be showing me this one. I'm seeing there's a different one there. I don't think I want that one. I only want my one with the underscore. So that's okay. No, unless I've made a mistake. Let's just keep that one in. Next. Okay. So you can see the light pendant. I actually made a mistake with my part number, you can see there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back and I'm going to take that one out because I didn't want that. That's the wrong thing. So at this moment, at this stage, we'll leave that out. See, the block's still there with an attribute, but we're just not including the part number, so we can solve that later. Okay, but you can see it gives us a count, in other words, how many. So the quantities, so there's 9 of these, 32 of those, there's only one 4-gang light switch. Okay. Next. So we want to output the data to an Excel file. So I'm going to go and browse. And put that in that same place. So let's just call this house BOM XLS, which is an Excel spreadsheet. Next, and finish. So we have created the data extraction. So we've extracted the data into a spreadsheet. Now we want to use that spreadsheet on a drawing, and it works better if you actually put it on the layout on the drawing rather than in the model space. So we'll go to our layout here. I'm going to double click inside that. And whoops, I didn't want to do that. Sorry, we'll change that back. 1 to 50. What I want to do is move it like that. Double click back outside, zoom out. There we go. That's not too bad. So we've got a bit of space down here now. So now we want to insert a table. Sorry, we need to do the data link first. So we've extracted the data. We need to do the data link first. So link. And you can see I've already done this. So what I want to do is create a new link. And this might let us update that old one. I'll see. No, already in use. Okay. So I'm just going to call this one BOM. So it's because I've done this before that there's something in there. So I'll give it a new name. So we're creating a new link. So we're linking to data. So we now need to go and browse for our BOM that we've just created. And we give it a little bit of time. It'll give us a preview. So we want to link the entire sheet. Just waiting, there's our preview. Okay. And we can see now, so we've got that data link that's active, so we've got that selected. I might just see if I can right mouse click. Oh yes, I can delete that old one, hopefully. Good, that's tidier. So we've got this data link. We can highlight that. You can wait for a few minutes, it'll give us a preview. There we go. Okay, so that's just created the link to that data, and now under tables, from a data link, select it from that little drop down list because we've created that link already. Look at our preview again. Okay, and then we can insert our table. Now I haven't really played with this a lot at this point now to try and make those columns and things look a bit better. There we go. Oops. So there is our table. It's been inserted. So now what happens if we want to go back and change something? So I'll just ignore this one that doesn't have the part number. But if we wanted to change the part number of our 4-gang light switch, I'll go back to my model space, select it. There's our properties. So I'll go in there and let's just change it. Okay, so we've changed it there. If we go back to our layout, hasn't changed in here, but if we go back to our link data, select that original one. Okay. No, sorry. We go back, we repeat the extract data, sorry. So extract data, use a previous extraction as a template. Select the previous one that we've done. Hang on, cancel that for a moment, cancel that. Use previous, selected that. Next. Yes, we want to replace it. Don't need to redo that, it's remembered what we did last time. only want to display objects with blocks. Already got that one unselected. So it's updated the data to show that that is part number 10. Finish that. It should have, try to regen, it should have updated. Okay. Now, yeah, if we now redo the data link. It's now got part number 10. There we go. So we don't have to, and the only step we don't have to do again is the insert the table, but we do have to extract the data again and then just relink the data if we make changes. So it makes sense to do this at the end, but if you do make changes, you can go back and extract again and then relink it, and it will update the table. Okay, so that's creating an automated BOM list using blocks and attributes. Thank you.